Shalom. Call Halimla Yahweh by Shemi Awashai by Shema Hawakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the earth. It's your brother Allah coming to you with another lesson. Going into, well, really this was driven by the video that the Elder Zahab from the GMS Mississippi camp had put up. I forgot what it was entitled, but let me go and find it real quick. Let me see. Spirit. And this is the Elders channel. And it was governing worlds now and then, you see. Which just in general, we have many worlds, right? If you're in school, you got that's a world, right? Your house or your dwelling place, how that functions, that's a world, that's a kingdom, you know. And that's what the brother or the elder was going into. So in Barakatah, that was an edifying lesson. You know, call Halamla, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Bashim Havakakwadash. And a world that he mentioned was yourself. Yourself is a world. Governing worlds now and then. So this was driven by the elders' lesson and of course the Holy Spirit. So I'm gonna be touching on yourself, that world, you know, governing yourself, ruling your spirit, if you know, so you can understand. All right, so hold tight. Let's see. Let me see. And that's a big world, you know, yourself. Let me see. Hold tight, Babu Kasha. And this will be a brief lesson, Lord willing. Another thing, you know, coming into this truth that you have to work on is your attention span, you know. Jake has a short attention span, man. A lot of Jake. Not all Jake, but a lot of Jake. You know? You gotta work on that. You know? You know, I gotta work on that, you know? Hold tight. I'm trying to find this flashcard. Let's see. Lucky. Matter of fact, if it be the Lord's will, this lesson will be like two section, because they correlate. So governing yourself as a kingdom and examining yourself, right? Because in a kingdom, in order for you to check something, you have to know about it, right? Whether you have, you know, messengers or servants come and tell you what's been going on, and you know you're informed that way, or you find out yourself. Now, dealing with ourself as a world, you have to examine yourself so you can know about it. You see? In order to, you know, you have to know about it in order for it to be checked. Or in order for you to check yourself, rather. You see? Because the Lord can check you and then you look back like, oh, you know, I see what the Lord did, you know. But in order for you to check yourself or be driven to check yourself, you have to know about it. You see? So this will be like duo section. Okay? Now I'm trying to find this flashcard. Hopefully I explained that right. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. The water Yahweh Shemi Abushai. Okay, so governing yourself slash examining yourself. That's probably what I'll title it, if it be the Lord's will. So this will be like 2 sections. All right, so yeah, because when you examine yourself, what are you doing it for? You're searching for things that need to be checked, and there's always room for improvement because we're not perfect, Lord willing yet. You see, you see. So you have to examine yourself daily. You should be, you know, to see what you can improve on, to see where you've been slacking, you know, to see what you need to check or what needs to be checked rather, etc. Man. But I want this to be clear because I don't want things to be mixed up. Now the Lord can check you and you reflect on it and you're like, that's why the Lord did that. That's why the Lord had that happen to me. But in the matters of you checking or the Lord having you check yourself, you have to know about it. You see? Now the Lord can do anything, but I'm saying, you know, you see where you're slacking and then you check it. You see it, you notice it, you know about it. Lord willing, you guys understand, you know, you brothers and sisters understand. I'm not trying to make this all, you know, but hey, because I didn't plan to say that or anything, you know, but so we'll touch on the governing yourself part first. And double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Oh shoot. Okay. All right. So this might not be a brief lesson now because it's like 2 sections. But yeah. All right. Proverbs 16. So again 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. I'm gonna read it again. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. Right? Because yourself is a kingdom. It's a world. So when you have self-control, you have world control. Because there's a world within yourself, right? With as many aspects in that world, you see, taking care of yourself, examining yourself, you know, feeding yourself, etc. Which is kind of like taking care of yourself, but you know, Lord willing, you get the point. James 1 and Salaki, not Hebrews. James 1 and 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. Verse 20, for the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High. You see? Let's see. Let's go to Proverbs 14 and 29. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly, Salaki. Which, let's look up the word hasty. Done or acting with excessive speed or urgency, hurried. You see? So Proverbs 14 and 29, he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly. See? I want to remember that title too. Governing self slash examining. Governing yourself slash examining yourself. Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. You know, having rule, which is hard to rule the tongue, you know, especially when you're angry, you know. But you can still try. For some people, but let's see, Ephesians 4 and 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, which takes, self-control, right? 27, neither give place to the devil. Let's see, let's go to 31. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. Verse 32, and be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as the Most High, or even as Yahweh for Yahweh's sake have forgiven you. All right, let's go to Titus 1 and 7. Titus 1 and 7. For a bishop must be blameless as the steward of the Most High, not self-willed, not soon angry, not given to wine, no striker, not given to filthy lucre. Right? Verse 8. But a lover of hospitality, a lover of good men, sober, just, holy, temperate, holding fast the faithful word as he had been taught, that he may be able to, by sound doctrine, both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. All right, but real quick, let's look at that word temperate. So let's go to the blue letter, because the blue letter gets down. Now the blue letter does go off, like when you go to Matthew 1 and 23 in the blue letter, and when it says virgin, that it'll tell you that it's talking about a little virgin, like that's never had sex with a man. But that's not the true meaning. You gotta go to Isaiah, if I'm not mistaken, 7 or 14, and then go in the blue letter and click on virgin, or yeah, and then it'll say young woman. See, so the blue letter does go off, you know. We want Titus 1 and 8. Yeah, temper. Strong. Look at that, man. Strong. Having power over, okay? Controlling, curbing, restraining, mastering. Hey, the Elder Kazak Allah from the GMS Mississippi camp. Hey, he did it. So you see this. Let me calm down. I'm getting excited. That's the spirit, man. Because look, look at that, man. Self-development, self-care, self-mastery, right? And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone once again. See that? Self-mastery. Now the word for temperate, mastering, okay? Mastering yourself, examining yourself. You see? Governing yourself, examining yourself. See? Man, bro. Controlling oneself, temperate, continent, which means self-control. Now, incontinent would mean lack of self-control. See? Oh, no, it's talking about a land. No, not that. But yeah, let me see. But yeah, okay. And go subscribe to both of the elders' channels. Elder Zahab's channel, which is Spirit Wind Judah, and then Elder Kazak Ya'Allah's channel, Kazak Ban Yahweh 777 777. See? Alright, so very edifying, Call Halim La Yahweh Shemi Awashai for both of those brothers being raised up. I mean, both of those elders being raised up, Salakia. Salakia. But this is the book of Titus. I don't want to do too much talking. Titus, like self-talking. Titus 2:1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine. Verse 2, that the aged man be sober, grave, temperate. Here we go again, that same word, sound in faith. And hold on, because it cut off the rest of the verse. That's why this app, but it has the apocrypha in it. That's why I like it. Let me go there in my tangible sword. Oh, okay, 16. Hold tight. Titus. Okay. Titus 2:1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged man be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and patience. And then it goes into the women. All right, but jumping down to verse 6. And matter of fact, I'll read verse 3 and, on down. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. Salakia. Verse 6, young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded. A sober mind is a controlled mind. Sober-minded means mental self-control. Verse 7, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works, and doctrine showing uncorruptness. Did you hear that? Gravity, sincerity. Verse 8, sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. You see? Now, let's go into, because this is for the Akim wa Akwatim, the brothers and sisters, men and women, okay? Israelite men and women, and ultimately elect men and women. But that is this video, of course. Let's see. So let's go to the blue letter. Titus 2, and so it said to be discreet, right? That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste. Those are the two words. Discreet, self-control of a sound mind, sane in one's senses, curbing one's desires and impulses. Now, also, when you look it up on Google, it'll say this. Because a lot of you women, you don't know how to keep your fucking mouth shut, man. Discreet, it says careful and circumspect in one's speech or actions, especially in order to avoid causing offense or to gain an advantage. And that's a big part of this. That's a big part for you women, is learning to keep your fucking mouth shut. Keeping your damn 2 cents to yourself. Let me see. Full of words. Ecclesiasticus 25:20. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Learn how to shut the fuck up, man. Okay? Damn. Yeah. All right, man. 8. Let's see. 5. Let's see. We didn't go into chase, I don't think. Chase, pure from carnality. Clean. Clear. Let's see. Innocent, modest. We got modest. Perfect, which we're not perfect on this side. That doesn't mean you don't strive for perfection, which is a balance because you don't want to be over righteous. All right, but okay, let's go to Ecclesiastes 7:9. I don't want this to be too long. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Proverbs 25:28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. Now, a city that's broken down and without walls, anything can come in, right? So, if you're likened unto that, if because you have no rule over your spirit, anything can come in, anything can mess with you, anything can bother you, anything can take you over. You see, you have to have rule over your spirit, right? He that have no rule over his spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. Anything can come in, an animal, an army, etc. But this is Proverbs 19:11. The discretion of a man differeth his anger, and it is his glory to pass over a transgression. Let's look at that word differeth, or will differ. I mean, it'll probably say something, be unlike, or dissimilar. Well, I can go to the blue letter. Iraq, prolong. Draw out. Okay. Draw out. Okay. Let's go to Psalms 37 and verse 8. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. Right? So now let's touch on the part of examining yourself. Right? Examining your world. Because yourself is a world within. All right? Let's go to 2 Corinthians. And that's a big part of this truth, examining yourself. Looking for where you can improve, etc. 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not that your own selves how that Yahushua Hamashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates. But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. Matthew 7:3. Oh yeah, yep. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Verse 4. Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye. Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye. See that? Man. And I think Luke, the 6th chapter, might be going into the same thing. Not the 6th chapter, but in 6th chapter and the 41 on down. Yeah. Okay. Luke 6 and 41. And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but perceivest not the beam that is in thine own eye? 42. Either how canst thou say to thy brother, Brother, let me pull out the mote that is in thine eye, when thou thyself beholdest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, cast thou first the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to pull out the mote that is in thy brother's eye. You see that? Wow, that's beautiful, man. Because a lot of you, I'm not, Ecclesiastic is 18 and 20. Before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation thou shalt find mercy. Let's see where we're at. Oh, that's long. But Lord willing, you edified. Call Halim Allah, Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahushai Ba'ashim Harakak Wadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the earth. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. And once again, the title of this, Lord willing, will be Governing Self, Examining Self. Shalom.